Hi everyone, welcome back to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we are going to be planning for my pay of September 26th. For those of you who are just joining us, I use a bi-weekly, I get paid bi-weekly, but I use a zero-based cash budgeting system. And so when I'm working out how much is going into my cash envelopes, the first thing I do is look at my monthly plan and plot out what bills I have for the month, and then identify which pay those are going to be coming from. Then any money that's left over, I then allocate into the different cash envelopes. So for September 26th, I have $1,705 that I am able to allocate to my different envelopes. So I am going to get started, and I typically put in the amount onto my calculator, and that way I can remove any amounts that I've already allocated, and it helps me keep track of how much I have left to allocate later on. These envelopes up here are the ones that I'm using on a bi-weekly basis. So typically I spend everything that's in them. And then the next group, the blue group, that's things I'm spending less frequently, but still probably on a monthly, bi-monthly basis. And then my yellow envelopes are my longer term savings. So typically I have an amount in mind for each of these, but they're the ones who get filled last because they're not as crucial as the other ones. The only different one is the emergency. I do try and put in large amounts with that as much as possible. I have used it quite a bit with car issues or house issues or something that needs to come up to get fixed. So I want to make sure I have a healthy balance in there at all times, just to deal with any of those unexpected things that pop up. So let's get started here. The white ones, like I said, these are the ones I'm typically spending on a bi-weekly basis. So I do put about the same amount in each of them, unless there's something particular that I'm saving for. So we're going to start off with our food. I have these in alphabetical order, but I don't know why I always put the food amount, because that is the most that we're going to be doing. This is a larger cash amount that I have, so I like to put a little bit extra in my food. So we are going to minus out 700 from there. Gas. So this is, my husband and I both have a vehicle. And so this amount is, we each get $100 to spend on a bi-weekly basis. So 805. I don't have anything in mind for household or entertainment, so we'll just put $25 in each of those. And then that leaves my husband and my spending. So this is kind of what we have to spend for the 2 weeks. So I typically do about $50. I like to spend mine on my nails, which it's coming time. So I will be getting a manicure at some point in the next week. Okay, so the next ones that I do have typical amounts are medical and subscriptions. I put $50 in each of those. And then the other big one that I'm going to put an amount in is kids. I don't know how much I'm going to put in yet. I want to do a few $100s, but I will likely put any extra. So I think we'll go through some of the other ones first, and then we'll just know that I want to save at least 200. I think actually here, let's start with beauty. Beauty is really for hair, creams, that kind of thing that I have going on. I'm getting older, so I need to have some good face cream. But anyways, we're just gonna put $25 in there. That's typically how much I am putting. Clothes. I don't actually know how much I have in my envelope. So I've only got $25 in clothing. let's put 30. That'll give me 55. Date night, my anniversary is coming up in December. So I do like to have a lot of money in there. It's got 95. Maybe we'll just put a 20. Kids, we're going to leave for a minute. Birthdays and gifts. There's actually quite a bit in there, so I don't think I need a whole, but yeah, there's 160. Maybe we'll just put 10. Car maintenance, I'm going to put 50. I do want to put a large amount in emergency, but I'm going to hold off on that yet. Let's put 10 in vacation. I don't have any vacations planned, and I'd rather bulk up my emergency and my kids, so we'll just do a basic amount there. Savings, let's just put 20. Okay, so I've got $390. Seasonal. I've got 370. So we do have quite a bit of holidays coming up, namely Canadian Thanksgiving is coming up on October, I want to say the 11th. Anyways, whatever that Sunday is. And then we have Halloween. And my oldest isn't getting a costume because he's too old for that, apparently. But my youngest does want to get a costume, so I should keep some money in there. And then, of course, we have Christmas. So let's put 75 in to seasonal. So 315. So I want to put at least 200. All right, let's do 225 into kids. So my kids envelope is for sports and school. I have a lot of costs coming up, and namely cash calls, and I want to put as much, and we have tournaments coming up. So I've got $355 in here. So 225, that will give me for 580. Yeah, that should be good. So yeah, we'll leave that at 225. So that leaves us $90 for emergency. So now I'm just going to double check that my numbers, I didn't forget anything. And 1705, so I am balanced, which is perfect. Now we need to figure out the denomination, so I know which amounts to get from the bank. So I try to do as big as possible in most situations, so I'm just, this one is a little different. And then we'll do 200, and then 5, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's good. We'll do 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 3, 30 and tens. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 300. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then 600. Okay, so 750 plus 600 plus 300, 30, 25 equals 1705. So we are balanced. Amazing. So that is my cash planning. Pretty simple process, but gets me what I need to know and how much I should put in each envelope. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And as always, comments are welcome. Thanks, everyone.